Tesla just received an unexpected support to accelerate Giga Berlin's construction approval from German traffic light coalition. Let's take a look what this support means and how powerful this organization is in German politics. Tesla has received support in expediting the construction approval of Giga Berlin from the German traffic light coalition. Politicians cite Tesla factory's approval process as an example and call for further procedures to be completed faster by reducing unnecessary steps. This joins the calls by Jörg Steinbach, who has been very supportive of Tesla and has been calling for change in the approval process of Tesla Giga Berlin and also in similar companies. In German politics, the Traffic Light Coalition is a coalition government of the Social Democratic Party of Germany, SPD, the Free Democratic Party, FDP, and Allianz 90, the Greens. The coalition outlined initial ideas for faster approval procedures so that future projects don't face the same delays as Tesla or other environmental projects that will develop there. According to SPD member of the Bundestag, Matthias Stein, repeated interpretations, cycles of objections and answers, which, for example, greatly slowed down the approval process for the construction of Giga Berlin, should be avoided in the future. He says, therefore, we stipulated in the coalition agreement that citizens' participation procedures should no longer be repeated in full after plain changes in the current approval procedure, said the deputy representative for transport policy of the SPD parliamentary group to Handelsblatt. He added, instead, we are pursuing a more programmatic approach in that only newly affected parties are involved in the objections are only permissible against changes to the plan. I think this is a great idea because right now if Tesla makes big change or one major change in its plan, everybody, all the citizens need to participate and discuss the whole thing again. But what they're offering the SPD that if there is a new change, only those people who are affected by that change will be invited to participate and bring input to that. So these considerations were welcomed by the SPD coalition partners. Even with the project that have been going well so far, we need to see where we can get even better, said Handelsblatt Dieter Janek. He sees accelerated planning as one of the central projects of the new federal government. This is essential for the success of the energy transition and the environmental transformation of the German economy. After all, Tesla and Giga Berlin may really bring some good change in German approval process. So liberals made similar statements. The FDP is accessible to everything that speeds up and simplifies the process and does not happen at the expense of third parties, said Handelsblatt Daniel Vost, building and house spokesman for the FDP parliamentary group in the Bundestag, adding, even during the process and construction, we need to be more flexible. Janacek suggested, to do this, we need flexible process with which we can also respond in a non-bureaucratic way to changing plans or framework condition. In addition, formal errors should be better curable and curable to the current process. The precursor for the development of this topic in Germany was the delay in the start of production at the Tesla plant in Brandenburg. Although the construction there is almost completed and the manufacturer is already testing production of Model Y, there is still no final approval from the responsible state office for the environment. Following changes to the plan last year, the entire approval process had to be restarted, including a public hearing, which delayed approval by more than 6 months. It was recently revealed that Tesla will not be able to start production at Giga Berlin earlier than mid-March. I reported that yesterday, because the authorities will again be checking the factory's safety procedures. The manufacturer has changed the amount of toxic chemicals that can be released in accidents in an attempt to best improve safety, but now the testing process must be redone again. Last year, Tesla highlighted the downsides of the lengthy approval process. The company pointed out that the German system for the approval of industrial and infrastructure projects, as well as territorial planning, directly contradicts the urgency of planning and implementing projects needed to combat climate change. The main essence of the problem was that in the current procedures and laws, projects that fight climate change and those that accelerated are treated equally. Brandenburg Economic Minister Jörg Steinbach, who is a clear supporter of the Tesla Giga Berlin settlement, has already advocated for reforming Germany's planning law in July 2021. The topic of slow approval affects not only Tesla but also the expansion and modernization of transmission networks in the electric power industry. The routes have been complained about here for years, grids, with the results that we have an expansion rate that every land snail surpasses, he said at that time, adding, we just can't afford something like that if we want to become climate neutral. Friends, this is good news that Tesla get unexpected support from the traffic light coalition in Germany. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this? I think this is all good. Hopefully the Tesla Giga Berlin will be approved very soon, and hopefully by mid-March the deliveries of Model Y made at Giga Berlin and hopefully with 4680 batteries will go to their new owners. I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think? This is Armen Harian from TalkNews.com. Have a great day. Please give us a thumbs up after you've subscribed to our channel, and let's move on to our next story. RBB24, the Brandenburg's public radio, today reports that the start of Tesla Giga Berlin's production is going to be in mid-March at the earliest. Actually, the assembly lines at Tesla Giga Berlin in front of the gates of Berlin should already be running at full speed making test vehicles. But even with Elon Musk's planned visit in mid-February, according to RBB, the start of production in Giga Berlin is to be expected in mid-February, but rather the March earliest. The start of production at the Grünheide Tesla factory is delayed again, says RBB. According to RBB research, Tesla is not allowed to let the first cars off the assembly line for sale until mid-March at the earliest. The reason? The Gigafactory Berlin plant is largely finished but not yet approved. The current delay is because the authorities are still examining the safety precautions at the factory. Tesla had repeatedly changed quantities of toxic chemicals, RBB reports, that could leak in accidents. The officials also have yet to assess Tesla's plans for cleaning up wastewater. Only then can the plant, Giga Berlin, receive the necessary final permits. So again, Tesla has some work to do apparently, but here is what RBB says. Let me repeat that again. Tesla had repeatedly changed quantities of toxic chemicals that could leak in accidents. The officials also have yet to assess Tesla's plans for cleaning up wastewater. Only then can the plant receive the necessary permit. Just a moment ago, I said that Tesla has something to do. Tesla doesn't have anything to do. We have to wait until the officials assess Tesla Giga Berlin's plans for cleaning up wastewater. Further delays arise because the authorities still have to issue an operating license after approval. Tesla originally wanted to start production in Grünheide last summer. The company did not comment on the expected delay when asked by RBB. Now, the US carmaker Tesla, friends, is building its first European factory just outside of Berlin in Grünheide in Brandenburg, known as Giga Berlin. Up to 500,000 electric cars per year are to be manufactured there at Giga Berlin, but the final approval of the responsible authorities is still missing. The dispute over the water supply to the plant has also accompanied the project from the start. Environmentalists are taking action against the subsidy permit for the Eggersdorf waterworks, which is intended to ensure the plant's water supply. However, an appointment scheduled for Friday before the administrative court in Frankfurt was postponed to early mid-March due to illness on the part of the suing environmental organizations and the court. So I'm not sure if this is a good or bad news for Tesla, because if it's until early mid-March, that means it may be delayed until early mid-March, or as I believe one of the officials had, I believe it was Steinbach earlier, had said that these are not connected, that the approval is not of Giga Berlin is not connected to this court case. So I don't know, friends, let's see how things go. Hopefully it will be mid-March. I didn't know that Elon Musk was going to come to Giga Berlin in mid-February, but probably is going to come and inspect the operations at Giga Berlin. We'll see how things go. Please subscribe to our channel, because if he comes, I'm going to bring this to you. I have another report today that is about what the approval department's head has said about Tesla Giga Berlin and the timing and certainty versus uncertainty of Giga Berlin. So please subscribe to our channel, ring the bell after you subscribe so you don't miss my next coverage, and also give us thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts. When do you think this will finally happen and first Giga Berlin made Model Ys will roll off the assembly line? God bless you everyone, peace be with all of you, and see what I have for you next.